everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Jennifer. Today we're going to be playing with the Ofra Cosmetics, the Liora 91 or Liora Y91 palette. And this was sent to me by a very good friend of mine who knew that I was on a no-buy. And I mentioned how much I liked it and how much I liked it on her. And she was kind enough to just send it to me, which was incredibly sweet. So I'm very, very excited to try it out. And if you're not familiar with the Liora Loves Makeup channel, she is an amazing content creator. She's been on YouTube for a number of years. She's fabulous to watch, and she collaborated with Ofra Cosmetics to create this palette. And you know, if you know anything about me, you know I love green. So that's pretty much what caught my eye before anything else. But all the shades in here just look perfect for fall. So I'm very excited to try it. It was sold out for a little while on Ofra, I think, and then it came back. They put a couple of, they added to stock, and it's $29. There are 5 shades: Blissful, which is a golden bronze with rose undertones; Bright Yellow, which is an electric yellow; Bittersweet, which is a peach; Raisin, which is a warm brown with a hint of sheen; and Chill Pill, which is a deep forest green metallic. And it is a limited edition. So I'll go ahead and swatch these all for you before we go ahead and get started with the look. All right, so let's start with what I assume is Blissful. Oh, that's really pretty. And then Bright Yellow, which is Bright Yellow. Bittersweet. Raisin. And then, of course, Chill Pill. Make sure. Wow, okay, that's extremely pigmented. Let me bring you in a little bit. All right, headband on so I get my hair out of my face. A couple of you have mentioned that when I'm doing some of the looks, sometimes I have to like get out of camera a little bit. Usually it's just my mouth, but still. So I'm working on ways to try to get my whole face in the shot when I'm looking in the mirror, and not going out of frame at all, but so that you don't see the mirror. It's actually trickier than it sounds, but we're gonna work on that. You guys let me know how it goes, what you think. I got a couple of new brushes from Feud Beauty, and they are all Chikuhodo brushes, and I'll talk about brushes in more detail at some other time, but I just want you to know that I might be using some new ones today. We'll see what I'm planning to do with this look. Let's go in with my BK Beauty 202 brush, and I'm gonna use the Raisin shade right here in the transition. Very pretty shade. This palette just looks the perfect fall palette to me. Here in New England, we are starting to get fall-like weather. I don't know if you're getting that where you are. I know different parts of the country have been having serious weather issues. Hopefully everyone is safe and not in the path of any storms or fires or any other terribleness that's happening. I mean, it's just so heartbreaking to see that. I've got friends in the Gulf area who have been, you know, I mean, not just this year, obviously, dealing with that. And then of course people on the West Coast and up in Oregon, Portland area, I mean, just devastating. So this is blending out really well. It's a really pretty shade. I would say it absolutely is a warm brown with a hint of sheen. So they've described it extremely well. Better than I could. I mean, when I try to explain colors to you guys, you're always like, yeah, Jen, what exactly? Why is everything mushroom? I'm like, I don't know. That's what I get out of it. I get mushroom. I'm just buffing this up a little bit into the brow bone area. And I'm gonna go back in with the peach shade in a minute and kind of go above. Wow, that's really pretty. Okay. It's so hard to know, like, I mean, there's so many looks you could do with this, but I really want to play with that green. I mean, obviously. So, all right, so let me go in with the, so that was the Raisin. I'm gonna go in with this peach shade called Bittersweet, same brush. I'm gonna go back over that area, and then I'm gonna just start to buff upwards, just lightly. Oh, that's really pretty. Okay, same on the other side. All of this is blending out really well, not having any problems with the shades. You know, I think this is my first Ofra eyeshadow palette. I don't know if that's true. I have Samantha March's collection. I don't think an eyeshadow palette. Let's take a look. You know, it's scary when you have so much makeup that you're not absolutely sure what you have. It's not good. Okay, I'm gonna take this Chikuhodo. This is the blend brush. It's a short little black brush, and I'm just gonna see, oh wow, that's really soft. Jeez, okay. I'm just gonna go back and literally blend this out a little bit. It's pretty seamless, I have to say, guys, at the moment. Like, the two shades just blended beautifully. All right, I'm gonna take my Chikuhodo KZ07. I'm gonna go in with the Blissful in the eye. Oh, that's, okay. That is very shiny. I'll blend that out a little bit more. I'll use that as an inner corner highlight as well. I'm gonna go back in with that Chikuhodo brush and just kind of blend that out. All right, now I think I'm gonna take a little bit more of that Raisin shade. I'm gonna go in with the Chikuhodo, the KZ07 again. It's like a tiny little flat brush. I'm gonna use the Raisin. I'm gonna put this on my eyelids because I'm gonna put the green on my eyelids, but I want to kind of have a deeper base. Anytime you have a shade, and I think you saw me do this with the Sydney Grace Tiny Marbles palette, I use sort of like a black shadow base. I use the Wayne Goss black from his eyeshadow palette. What you wanna do is you wanna put a deeper shade on whatever part of your eye that you're gonna use. And then when you put the other shade on it, on top of it, if it's, you know, a good quality eyeshadow, what you should get is just a more intense, a deeper look. Hopefully the shades just don't blend into each other and you get mud, which does happen from time to time. I don't think it's gonna happen with these. These have been really beautiful so far and I haven't had any issues, but you know, you never know. All right, so I'm gonna go in with my finger in the green, and then I will clean it up. You don't have to use your finger. The denser brushes, like the Worker 1 brushes that I have from Sonia G, will work really well, but I have relatively small hands, so this usually works for me. That's incredibly pigmented. If you don't have really small fingers and you're trying to be very precise, I would not suggest your fingers because you're gonna get, you know, color everywhere. And I would recommend using a brush, but I will say the most pigment you're ever gonna get is if you use your finger. What I'm doing is kind of putting it on the middle of my eye, because like I said, even though my fingers are relatively small, if I really want to be precise, I'm gonna use a brush to do that. This is the Chikuhodo FO6. Yeah, it's a tiny little flat brush. And I'm gonna go into that green and be more precise. I am, though, just placing it. If you want the most pigment, just place it down and don't like rub too much. More packing it than anything else. And when you look, try to look like straight ahead about where you want the color placement to be, because depending on where your eye sits, you know, your natural eyelid versus where your skin is, as you get older, at least for me, your skin starts to sag a little bit. You're gonna get, you need to be more careful about where you place it. Because when you open your eye, it might be slightly different than when your eye is closed. That can be true when you're younger as well. It's just as you get older, your skin generally isn't as taut as it was when you're younger. I'm gonna blend this out. I just wanna place it on first. Wow, that is a really pigmented shade, that green. Look at that. Perfect for someone like me who's like, loves green. Okay, so I'm gonna go back into the BK Beauty 202. And I'm gonna go back into the Raisin, which is that brown shade. and I'm gonna place it over the green and into the transition into the socket of my eye, and I'm gonna blend. Because what I'm trying to do here is soften up the line a little bit between the green and the raisin shade. See what I'm doing? I mean, I want there to be a certain discernible difference between those two shades, but I want this part to be a little more blended. Perfect for this time of year. I mean, you could wear these shades any time of year, but I think it's to me, it, you know, screams fall. Okay, let me blend over the green a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna take my Sonia G pencil 1, gonna go into the raisin, running along the lower lash line. Of course, gonna go over it in green. Back in with the green shade, the Chill Pill, and just kind of focusing that on the outer edge of the eye. Then I'm gonna take a little bit of this Blissful again, and I'm gonna put that in my inner corner. That shade is really like blingy. I mean, I love it, how pretty that is. And I kind of want to put it a little bit over the green, but I'm like afraid to. All right, I'm gonna put it over the green just a little bit, not a lot. And I'm gonna take the yellow. I'm gonna take the tiniest bit of the yellow. I didn't really use the yellow, but, and put that like right here in the inner third, just to kind of like lighten that up just a little bit. That looks really pretty. I really like that. Okay, let me bring you in really close so you can see before I put mascara on. It's really beautiful. It's got a great shift to it. My favorite shades are the Chill Pill and the Blissful, but also that raisin is a really nice, it's a really nice warm brown. It's really pretty. I think it would go with a lot. I like the peach. The yellow actually is a really nice yellow. It's got like, I don't know, it's a really electric yellow, which is not something I have in my collection at all. Let me put on some mascara, I'll be right back. Okay, mascara is on. I gotta tell you guys, I really like this. It almost kind of looks like, I can't really explain it, but I mean, I really love the shift with like the yellow and the electric yellow, the bright yellow and the Blissful in the corner. I'm like pointing to it with my brush, but into the green and then like the Blissful over the green. I mean, I think this looks really pretty. The shades went on really easily, no problem blending. I think it's a really beautiful palette. I think you guys are gonna really enjoy it, and it's a great price point. I wanna play around with the yellow because it's not something that I normally use, but I think the shade is so pretty. And these two shades are like perfect fall transition shades. The green, you know I'm gonna love the green. I mean, my gosh, it's like the perfect green. It's like forest metallic green, so I'm thrilled with that. And this Blissful, oh, that is beautiful. Really pretty. Now it doesn't really look finished without some lips. So I'm gonna put on Tamarind. This is the Chantecaille. So I want to say thank you again to my good friend who sent this to me. I don't know if she wants me to say her name in the video, but I will have her information in the description box below because she used this palette on herself in her video and it looked absolutely stunning on her. She does have a deeper skin tone than I do, so you can see on different skin tones what the palette looks like. I can tell you, even though I'm very pale myself, this is gonna work on a lot of different people. I mean, the pigments are, that green itself, like that's pretty pigmented. And this yellow I think is gonna look stunning on somebody with a deeper skin tone because it's just so like electric. And you'll see that contrast. On me, it's not as much of one because I'm so pale, but same with the Blissful. But I think it's gonna be beautiful. And it was beautiful on my friend when she did it for her video. I just am really impressed. I really think this looks nice, and I am definitely going to be reaching for this palette. And I didn't even know I needed it. So yeah, I think it looks beautiful. So the 1,000 subscriber giveaway is coming soon. I have a few more things that are still being shipped to me. If you don't know, I'm in the middle of like a shipping nightmare. Things just are taking far longer than they used to from everyone. So as soon as I have them, I will take a picture of everything in the giveaway, and then I'll announce in the video, all the details and the rules and all that good stuff. But I want to thank you all for watching and subscribing and sharing. It's been an absolute pleasure these last 6 months, and can't wait to see what the future brings. So thanks so much for joining me today, guys. I really appreciate it. I hope to see you in another video real soon. Bye.